First of all, I need to let you people know that I've never done anything like this in my life. But the way the times are, some people have to stand up and try to tell y'all what the truth isn't. Not one man on earth knows exactly what the truth is about religion, about science, about anything. As anybody will tell you that read books, most people have to be agnostic because it's so far past our conscious level that you don't understand what's going on. But if you live your life in a certain way and eat certain things and do certain things, your consciousness level will rise. And you'll be able to see things and understand what the truth is and what the truth isn't. So all I'm going to do is tell you what the truth isn't. Because, believe me or not, I've earned this right. Because I showed so much love and compassion to a friend of mine in a nursing home for over 7 years. It's all about love and compassion. How you treat your fellow man. How you treat creatures. It's not about you. It's about them. And if you don't treat these things in such a way, even Jesus in the Christian Bible, what you do to the least of these people, you do to me also. And y'all actually think the way you treat people that he loves you, which is as far from the truth as possible. When you're born again in the Christian Bible, you give up that stuff. When you accept Jesus, you quit being that way. It seems like to me y'all like to talk, but have a hard time walking the walk. When I was up till 52 years in my life, I lived as carnally as any man on earth. I've done things they make movies and write books about. But then I saw through the illusion how everybody's being played by drugs and alcohol and sex and TV. Even John Lennon says this to you. And you wonder why John got murdered? They keep you doped with religion, sex, and TV. You're really a effing peasant, as far as I can see. And he winds up dead. My. But in this big game that we're playing here, there are certain rules that cannot be broken. And when you break these rules, there are major consequences that take place. Now I'm going to give you a little of my resume. I've lived many lives. I've been in this shell for 64 years just watching how people treat each other. Even though I did unbelievable things, I always treated people as I would want them to treat me in this deal or this agreement. Never tried to get over on them, just a fair deal. The only way to make your consciousness level rise is to treat people correctly and not just think about yourself. That's all you do is think about yourself. You over-text, you overeat, you over-drink, you over-fornicate, you overdo in every aspect of your life. And if you just moderated, it would be a beautiful thing. But you cannot moderate because the powers running this world know how to control your mind and your hypothalamus gland. And they know the pleasure parts of your brain. So they know how to tap into these parts and make you overdo in every aspect. As I said in my resume, I've never touched a computer. I've never sent a text message. I've never watched digital TV. I cut the signal off. No digital. Because I know why they went digital. I hadn't eaten another mammal in 30 years. No fermented liquid for 20-some. Because what they want you to do is stay at a certain consciousness level. And when you give up these things, your consciousness starts rising. As another quote from Jesus in your Christian Bible. The disciples, the woman tells them, your boys can't help my daughter. And he looks at them with disgust and says, how many times do I have to tell you? Prayer and fasting. Fasting. Because when you quit eating food, your mind starts working better. And y'all can't quit eating food for one day. Not 1 day out of 7. You can't put your phone down for 1 day out of 7. You can't do anything to achieve anything but money and materialism. And that's all it's about. It's about spiritualism. You're going to find out that 80 years of being a talking monkey don't mean much when the time comes. When you see eternity and repetition. Because everybody reaps what they sow. That's called karma. You've heard about this in the Christian Bible too. You reap what you sow. Well, what y'all call hell is repetition. So I sure would hate to receive what y'all going to receive every day for 1,000,000 years. Just because you wanted to live like this for 80? My. The time is coming where everything is going to be revealed. This year, 2018, you're going to see things that you never thought existed. Because if your mind doesn't believe, you can't see it. Well, you're getting ready to believe because you're going to see it. And then everything you know, if you're not prepared for it, is going to cause you to go into massive shock. And you're going to shut down. Read what happens when you go into deep shock. The body cannot live without the mind. And when your mind becomes fully conscious and you see just how simple-minded you are, you're not going to be able to handle it. As Jack Nicholson said, you can't handle the truth. So for 7 minutes a week, 7 minutes, I'm going to tell y'all what some of the truth isn't. And all I want you to do is pull out your smartphone and get smart for me. Just look on your phone and try to prove me wrong. And if you do, I don't know what kind of smartphone you got, but everybody I tell to look into the smartphone, it says I'm right. So just get your smartphone out and tell me who's lending you the money. Who is God? And the phone's going to tell you. And you seem to believe AI. Well, I don't mind AI. Maybe AI is going to make things better because they sure can't get much worse. I'm going to tell you about a lot of things, not just spiritualism, religion, materialism. I'm going to tell you about economics. I'm going to tell you where we're getting all this money from and why we're paying all this interest. And I don't care who's running the show, but if you keep secrets, there's a reason you keep a secret. If I ran the show, I'd be glad to tell people, yeah, I run the show. I got all the money. I'm the man. But when you don't do this and you're hiding in the shadows, you're scared of something, aren't you? Aren't you, big guys? You're scared of something, aren't you? Well, like I said, I've been here 64 years. And the way I see people treat people, I'm ready to go. Because this is nothing compared to where you're going if you live and treat people correctly. Now, if you don't, then you better stay here just as long as you can. Because you are in some serious difficulties. And that's just the way it is, because you reap what you sow. Remember that every day you get up. Now, as far as finding me on YouTube, I'm the real Thomas Shaw. They even made a movie recently called Berlin Station about the man that was going to tell the truth about the CIA and stuff. And it's a funny thing to me that this man out of all the names in the world's named Thomas Shaw. Could that be because I played 18 holes of golf a few years ago with a head computer expert for the CIA? It's the truth. Ask him. How did my name come up as the guy? Because everything is as it will be. You cannot change it at all. It will be what it will be. So all the people I've known my whole life, all over the world, from living years on the North Shore of Oahu, here I am. Y'all haven't seen me in 20 years, have you? I'm a little different now, aren't I, guys? Australia, South Africa. Yeah, look at me now. All I want y'all to do is free your mind. Start thinking. Because why do you think Socrates was sentenced to death? Just for making people think. Because it made them so nervous. Why are y'all so scared of what you don't know and the unknown? It's the greatest mystery in the world, and you're scared to death of it. You're scared to death to die. But you think you're going to heaven? Remember, the real Thomas Shaw.